welcome to my channel. So let me just first introduce myself. I am an engineer turned marketer, and over the past year I've been helping a lot of businesses and creators around the world help grow their business through social media, grow their online presence and escalate their revenue while at it. So I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for so long because I have so many ideas and thoughts to share with you all, and I've finally decided to do it. So this channel is going to be all about social media marketing, entrepreneurship, motivation and productivity. So in this video, the first video, I wanted to be very close to my heart and very close to where I come from. So the first video is going to be about how to become a freelancer in 2021. So when I started off in freelancing, I was just out of college and it was the first step in my career, and I obviously got into this. But a lot of people apart from me went into freelancing in 2020 because of the corona pandemic. They lost their jobs and they had to find another source of income. So that is why freelancing suddenly became a very popular choice of work in the last year, and obviously it's still continuing in this year as well. Another reason why freelancing kind of boomed in 2020 and is still going along the same trajectory is because a lot of people started their own businesses, whether it can be a small business or a big business. A lot of people started doing that in the last year and in this year because most of the people are working from home and they have some time, spare time to work on the side hustles and all of that. And because businesses increased and their needs also increased, and their needs in terms of marketing, design, copywriting, all of those things increased, and you had to hire people for that, and there had to be people to hire for that. So that is why freelancing increased as well. Although I would say, I read somewhere that freelancing is kind of a gift born in tragedy. That means, like, even though it became so popular because of corona, it is actually kind of a gift for a lot of us people, because one, you can pursue the thing what you love even while doing your jobs, or even if you want to quit your jobs, you can do that as well. And second thing, you have a lot of control and flexibility over your own work schedule and your general life as well, and you can work from anywhere. The possibilities and the benefits are just limitless. So that is why freelancing became popular all over again in the past year. So now that you know how freelancing became very popular in the past year, I will now talk you into the details of how to start your own freelancing career and be successful at it. So the very first thing that people do when they want to start a business or want to start something of their own is trying to figure out what they want to do. That is the first mistake. There comes the first mistake. Your first thought should be, who are you going to serve? Who are your target audience and whose problem are you going to solve? So every business basically is solving problems. Even freelancing is just solving a problem for someone. So first thing that you need to figure out is whose problem are you solving and what are you solving. So from that, you can derive what you want to do and your niche and how exactly you want to go about it. So once you figure out what problem you want to solve and for whom, and once you figure out what are the difficulties they're facing and where do they want to be in terms of their goals, then you can come into figuring out your niche. So to figure out your niche, the best way to go about it is to make a list of your interests and to make a list of the market trends and find what is common in between them and go deep into that. So once you've figured out what you want to do and who you want to serve, do an entire detailed market research of what your competitors are doing in the niche and what are they offering in terms of services to your target audience. So once you do that, then the next step is obviously to learn and practice your skill if you don't already know it. So take some time in this, be patient, go slowly, and most importantly, as and when you learn, implement it as well, because if you don't implement things, you're going to forget it, and there's just no point wasting time and just going through videos just to get the data in your mind. You have to implement it for you to work like that for someone else. So the next step obviously is to learn, practice, and then repeat until you're very confident of offering that to someone as a service. One of the most important things when it comes to freelancing, and what people think often, is that it's very easy because you have no boss to answer to and you're just answering to yourself. It's going to be so easy, it's going to be so simple and so flexible. That is right to some extent, but it's so wrong as well to another extent, because it's very difficult to answer to yourself, especially when you don't have anybody to monitor you and monitor your work and your progress through all of this. it is kind of difficult to keep a check on yourself and make your own schedule, because literally there's nobody to come and tell you something or come and keep you on track if you go off track. You have to do that yourself. So one of the most difficult things that you will have to figure out while being a freelancer is to figure out your schedule and keep being disciplined in your work and keep being answerable to yourself no matter what you do. So one thing is, especially when you're starting off with freelancing or starting off with anything basically, you have an uninformed optimism inside your mind. Basically, you feel like you can do anything. You're so interested in this, you're so passionate about this, you can do anything. That's what you feel. And yeah, you're right. But the thing is, that kind of motivation does not last forever. So you can't be motivated every day, and you can't expect yourself to just run by just because of your motivation through every single day of your freelancing career. So at that time comes discipline. So discipline is, in my opinion, so much more important than motivation. Motivation is going to burn down, so you need to have discipline. Discipline meaning small habits incorporated into your routine so that it kind of becomes a second sense for you, and you don't have to rely on motivation to get you through every single task of the day. And basically your discipline will get you through your entire career and keep you on track without relying on sudden surges of motivation. So once you've learned your skill, honed that, practiced it, implemented it, and you've figured out a routine for yourself as well, the most important thing that you have to do next is to let other people know what you're doing. I know this can be difficult at first, especially because you don't know if you're confident enough of your services to start telling people that you are a marketer or you are a designer or you are a copywriter. But it's very important, because your first client may come from your own circle. So it's very important to let every single person that you know that you are starting a freelancing career or your business or whatever it is, and let them do the work for you. So the next step that you need to focus on is to build a strong portfolio. So yeah, you have learned a lot, you've implemented a lot, but you need to present it in some way to your potential clients so that they know what your experience is or what your knowledge is on the particular subject, and they can hire you. So your first step in that particular part is to build a strong portfolio. So first, you may not get paid clients. You have to agree to work with people for free in exchange for a good testimonial. So testimonials play very important role in for you in helping you to get clients now and forever. So that's going to be very important. So I told you in the previous step about making your circle aware about what you're doing. So your first testimonial client or free client might even come from your own circle, and your whole job is to work with 2 or 3 people for free or for a very low cost for a good testimonial, and to build your portfolio and to build results so that you can share it with your potential paid clients along the way. So once you build a strong testimonial with your free clients and you have lots of results and a lot of testimonials in your stack, you will also start recognizing the practicalities of your offer. So what will work and what will not work. When you actually work on a real client, you will start understanding all of that. So once you start doing that, and once you have a strong set of results to support you, it is time to launch your paid offer and start looking for paid clients. So at this time, I know it's very difficult to go beyond a level to charge people what you think you should be charged, because you might not feel confident enough because you have not worked with a paid client before, right? You've not taken money from someone and then offered your service in return. So when you come in a dilemma in this situation, just think about this. So you are going to be paid for the problem that you're solving for them. So every business, as I said, or every freelancing service is going to be a problem solving for your target audience. So the bigger the problem that you're going to be solving for your target audience, the more you should be paid as a freelancer or a business owner. So it's very important to charge your worth and not go behind low charges and people that ask you for very low charges, because they are not your ideal client, and you need to not work with them and start looking for ideal clients, because that's the only way you can grow in your business. One more thing that you need to keep in mind is, if you have any doubt as to what is the amount that you need to charge, just think about what your competitors are charging, and you can even have a chat with some of them and just ask them what they used to charge when they were at your level of expertise, and you can charge in and around that. Or you can go about this way. You can actually list down the number of hours that you are spending to complete a particular task for someone, and you can think like this. So what would I like to be paid per hour of doing this task? So you can charge in terms of hours and then add the entire total and charge that as a flat fee, or you can charge people on an hourly basis as well. So these are the two ways that you can fix your own price as a beginner. So once you start getting experience of working with a few paid clients as well, your experience is building tremendously, your practical experience is building. So now it's time to set up a proper system for getting new clients, inbound and outbound as well. So what you need to do in terms of any business is to go where your target audience is, to figure out the desires and the interests of your target audience and go and be visible where your target audience can see you. So go ahead and find Facebook groups, Instagram groups, Instagram profiles, and all of that where your target audience seems to interact more, and be active there. In whether it be in terms of posts, comments, relationship building, or whatever it is, you have to be active wherever your target audience interacts more. And secondly, build your own profile, social media profiles, and optimize them so that whenever someone from your target audience goes and check out your profile, they need to know what you do exactly, and they need to know if you can help them for solving their problems. And for that, your profile needs to have all the information. For example, it needs to have content that proves your expertise. It needs to have content that tells people what you do exactly, what is a service that you provide for people exactly. It needs to have social proof in terms of testimonials, in terms of the clients that you've worked with, so that people know that it's okay to hire you. They can trust you and they can hire you as well. So your social media profile is going to act as a second portfolio for people who want to check you out and start hiring you for their own services. So when you start working with paid clients, you could end up in two situations. You could be getting enough clients, or you could not be getting enough clients. So no matter the situation, do not be desperate. So I know it's very difficult, but be patient and do not be desperate and start working with anybody and everybody that comes your way. Let me tell you this by experience. It's difficult working with tough clients who do not respect you, who do not see that freelancer is an independent person and is not part of their company or team, and basically do not respect you for the work that you do for them. It is much easier for you to not work with anybody at all than to work with those kind of people, because yeah, you learn from your own mistakes and all of that, but when you work with tough clients like that, it kind of brings down your morale and it becomes very difficult for you to put your everything into your work again. So it's kind of a difficult phase. So try to avoid that and have some kind of qualifying criteria in terms of who to work with. Okay, so you need not work with people who are not ready to accept what you charge, because you decide your own charge, they do not. So if they can't accept you for your charge and for your work, please do not work with them. Even if it takes lots of time, keep waiting, keep looking for, and keep optimizing your profile so that the dream client finds you, and keep looking for them, and do not settle for less. One of the most asked questions to me about freelancing is, how can you maintain your source of income month after month? How can you maintain that kind of flow of cash into your life in this kind of a career path? Because you have to, it's kind of a contract based work, and you have to keep looking for clients and keep having new clients to work with you. Yes, that is one of the most asked questions. So my answer to that is, for me as a person, for me as a freelancer, for me as a business owner, most of my income comes from repeat clients. All right. So one thing is that when you start working with a client, yeah, you have a set of rules and a set of things that you've already agreed upon in terms of what you will provide for them, but always try to over deliver. So once you kind of understand what their vibe is and what they like and what they do not like, try to add something of your own which you've not agreed before as part of the service. This will make them very happy. Okay, so once they are happy, it's kind of a process, a huge process for them as well to find some other freelancer and get to know them and get to work with them. So if you give them good results, if you make them feel good, they are most likely to work with you again and again. So they will come to you work after work, contract after contract, if you over deliver to them and if you make them happy. So that's one way of maintaining similar cash flow into your career month after month. So another way of doing this is, once you make your existing clients happy, they are most likely to refer you to their friends, to their colleagues, and all all of that. So if you kind of keep over delivering to your clients, you are more likely to get more projects from them and from their colleagues and friends and people that they know as well. So this is another way of maintaining similar cash flow or even more month after month in your freelancing career. So one of the most important virtues that you need to be a freelancer, as I said before, is patience. You have to understand that it's not going to work out overnight. It's going to take a lot of time, a lot of trials, a lot of failures to get to the point that you dream of. So the thing is, business is all about solving one problem after the other. So if you think you've passed a particular phase and a problem and there's not going to be any problem to come at you at all, you're wrong. It's going to be a new challenge, new problem every single day. So that's kind of the cost that you have to pay for you to have this flexibility and control over your work life. So be ready for this kind of lifestyle and prepare for this. And most importantly, even if you get tired, be consistent and even pause if you want, but do not quit. Keep going at it and you are definitely likely to succeed. Another most frequently asked question to me about freelancing is this: Anjali, there are a lot of competition online. There are a lot of freelancers online. How do I get to stand out in between all of them? And let me tell you this, you are right. There's a lot of competition online and there are a lot of freelancers online. That is true. But you have to understand this as well. There are so much more businesses online as well. There are so much more businesses which are currently offline and have not even taken their platform online as well. So yes, there is a lot of competition, but you can always niche down and do a unique thing to stand out. And you should always understand that all of these businesses require these kind of services month after month. And even more people are bound to go online in the current scenario, and also people are kind of understanding the importance of social media marketing, and even more businesses are going to go online. So your opportunity is increasing as well with the increasing competition. So if you niche down enough and if you decide on who you want to serve and if you have a unique way of doing it and if you stack your results enough, you are good to go and you'll only see growth in the coming years of your career. So yeah, I've tried to consolidate a lot of information that I think you need to know about freelancing into this video. I hope this was useful to you in some way or the other. I'm still learning about creating videos on YouTube. So I would love to get some feedback on that and what content that you want to see and what is it that you need to know about freelancing or anything related to social media marketing, productivity and all of that. I would love to help you out. So that's it, guys. So I hope you have found this video useful, and please like this video and share this video to people for whom this might be useful, and also comment down below what content you want to see in relation to social media marketing. I would love to create this content for you. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos related to social media marketing, entrepreneurship, productivity and motivation. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.